It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's time to mobilize. Each year, the local plastics industry, they welcome the arrival of spring in our warmer weather by encouraging citizens to help make a difference where they live, work, learn or even play by participating in Clean Up and Recycle SA Week. It's an annual public awareness week during which plastics and other litter are removed from our country's neighborhoods, our rivers, streams, beautiful beaches and our oceans.
And so much work being done in that space. John Kissa is the Sustainability Manager for Plastics SA, and he joins us to tell us all about the importance of this week happening from the 14th to the 19th of September. John, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Morning, gentlemen.
Great to connect with you around a very special time, busy time for you, I'm sure, but one where we get to hopefully make a difference in the world around us. The issue of plastics in the environment is undoubtedly a human behavior problem. And the solution, therefore, should be lying in changing human behavior. How would you recommend we do this?
I think we need to instill a more respect for the material, that it can be recycled. We need to increase our efforts to recycle it. I think that's critical, not just from the industry side, but also from the local authorities. I think that is critical, that people should start to realize that by throwing it out in the streets, we are not actually creating a job. We are taking money away from another source where it could have been better used. That's the thinking around there a lot of the time in the communities that I work in, that by littering and we are creating jobs. This is sadly untrue.
And John, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, people obviously can't go out in their numbers to do cleanups anymore. And I'm imagining this has had you guys have to reconfigure the way in which you approach this campaign this year. How have you had to do that?
It's not just us, it's every local authority, every coordinator in a specific area that had to change. You know, you have your cleanups in your small little towns, and they've got to restrict themselves to less than 50 people. And obviously masks, sanitizer, you know, everything that we used to is also now part of the International Coastal Cleanup. It's always been. Cleanliness has always been part of all cleanups. You know, you wash your hands after you've cleaned a beach. It's always critical to carry on now with the fact that we've got to, before we get to a cleanup and you're very close to other people, also wash your hands, keep your mask on, and keep that safe distance of 2 meters.
This is a global initiative. The International Coastal Cleanup Day, as it is called, is happening obviously on Saturday, the 19th of September this year. South Africa has been participating in this event, as you said, for 24 years now, which is a proud tradition. How many other countries usually get involved in the event? How many internationals and how many local people? How does South Africa stack up in the global effort?
We actually, you know, 25 years, you have developed some really critical network there. Internationally, there's 122 countries that took part last year. We obviously look at last year's results, what took part. Just over 1 million people, 1,080,000 people took part. South Africa is at number 6. We're the 6th country in the world that take the most. We last year were just with the International Coastal Cleanup, if we take the inland cleanups away, we were at 15,000 people that took part on that day.
This is fantastic. That's impressive.
Well done, South Africa.
Wow, that is really impressive. And we certainly can hop up that list and get to the #1 spot, hopefully. Let's get people involved. Where can they get information about Clean Up and Recycle SA Week and the International Coastal Cleanup Day?
Oh, on our website. Just go Google Plastics SA, plastics information. Just go to our website. All the information is on that. Or otherwise, you can obviously go to our mother organization, which is Ocean Conservancy, and you can find information there as well. But at the end of the day, for South Africa, all the information is on the Plastics SA web.
John, thank you so much for your efforts every day, not just over this really important time. Thank you for doing the work that you do on a daily basis. We really do appreciate you connecting with us this morning.
Thank you, gents. Thank you very much.
Really fantastic work, John. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much for joining us. Now, of course, nature does look after us, and of course, it is really up to each and every single one of us to look after nature in return, right?
Yeah, and it goes beyond just spending a week doing cleanups like this. Make it an everyday exercise. You can improve your own recycling habits, and I love what he cottoned onto. He said he's not a spin doctor working on behalf of plastics, but I like that mindset shift. Start thinking about plastic as a resource that needs to be recycled. You are not creating a job by not recycling something and giving someone else the job to do it for you. Take responsibility for it. Ultimately, this is our environment. It does, as you say, look after us, so we need to look after it. It is, I think, undoubtedly one of our most precious resources, and it's our responsibility.